We have this mental image that a flying saucer will circle the White House lawn, land on the White House lawn, and give us a bounty of all sorts of technological goodies to initiate an age of Aquarius on the planet Earth. Personally, I don't think that's not going to happen. For example, if you're in the forest, do you go out and talk to the squirrels and the deer? Maybe you do for a while, but after a while you get bored because they don't talk back to you, because they have nothing interesting to tell you, because they can't relate to our values and our ideas. If you go down to an anthill, you go down to the ants and say, I bring you trinkets, I bring you beads, take me to your ant queen, I give you nuclear energy. So I think for the most part, the aliens are probably not going to be interested in us because we're so arrogant to believe that we have something to offer them. Realize that they could be thousands, maybe millions of years ahead of us in technology, and they may have, well, no interest in interacting with us in the same way that we don't necessarily want to deal with the squirrels and the deer in the forest. Now, some people say that we should not try to make contact with them because they could be potentially dangerous. For the most part, I think they're going to be peaceful because they'll be thousands of years ahead of us, but we cannot take the chance. So I personally believe that we should not try to advertise our existence to alien life in outer space because of the fact that we don't know their intentions. Then the other question is, what happens if they're evil? Well, I think the question of evil is actually a relative question, because the real danger to a deer in the forest is not the hunter with a gigantic rifle. He's not the main danger to a deer in the forest. The main danger to a deer in the forest is the developer, the guy with blueprints, the guy in the three-piece suit, the guy with the slide rule and calculator, the guy that's going to pave the forest and perhaps destroy whole ecosystems. In other words, the aliens don't have to be evil in order to be dangerous to us. They might not care. They just might not care about us and in the process pave us over. In fact, if you read the novel War of the Worlds, the Martians in H.G. Wells' seminal novel were not evil in the sense they wanted to torture us and they wanted to do all sorts of barbaric things to humanity. No, we were just in the way. And so I think that is a potential problem. We could be in the way of a very advanced civilization that simply is not evil, but simply views us as we would view squirrels and deer in the forest. So personally, I think that we should not advertise our existence when we go into outer space. For the most part, however, I do think they are going to be peaceful. They're not going to want to plunder the Earth, because there are plenty of planets out there that have nobody on them that they can plunder at will without having to worry about restive natives called humanity. And so I think they're not going to come to visit the Earth to plunder us, to do all sorts of mischief. For the most part, I think they'll just leave us alone.